ZEnglish is an online English school with native and bilingual teachers from all over the world. If you like our videos, subscribe, click the link below, and head to zenglish.jp for a free lesson.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this pronunciation workshop. Today, we're going to talk about two difficult consonants, R and L. Let's get started. So as it says here, R and L are tricky consonants in English. It can be difficult to pronounce, but don't worry, we can make these sounds a lot more easily when we consider a few simple tips which we'll talk about today. We'll look at what to do with your mouth, specifically your tongue, your lips, even your teeth actually, when forming R and L words. Speaking of words, we'll take a look at R and L at the beginning, middle, and end of words as well. Hopefully we'll cover all our bases. Without any more delay, let's take a look at our next page, and we'll take a look at mouth position basics. So the secret to getting R and L sounds correct is mouth position. Let's start with the letter R. Starting first with what to do with your tongue. So the tip of your tongue is down. The tip of your tongue is down. The tip being the absolute front, most forward part of your tongue. Let's imagine this is our tongue. Here's the front, here's the back. So the tip is down. But as it says here, the middle of the tongue actually raises up, and it's against the top teeth, So tip is down, middle is up. However, the most important thing to remember when making R sounds is usually what to do with your lips. Now the lips actually form a rounder shape, quite a round shape in fact. R. So my lips become quite round. R. And we'll take a closer look at that depending on which words we're using it in a little bit later on. For now, let's take a look at what to do when it comes to the letter L. Now the tongue is the most important thing when it comes to making L sounds in L words. So the tongue actually comes forward, and again talking about the tip, the front of our tongue, it presses it against the roof of the mouth. The roof of your mouth is the absolute top part of the inside of your mouth. So tongue comes forward and it raises up, the tip raises up. Your lips, you don't really have to worry about your lips when making L sounds. The lips stay quite neutral, which means they don't really make any shape other than the normal, quite flat shape your mouth does most of the time. Okay, let's take a closer look at this at the beginning of words. Now, in order to do this, let's consider the words rate and late. Rate and late. Starting with our R word, rate. And as you can probably already see when I say the word, the lips start in quite a round shape. Rate. R. So we start with the lips nice and round. Next, the tip of your tongue should be down in the mouth. More importantly, coming back to the lips, your lips will actually lose their round shape, so they'll stop being round as you move into the vowel, ray. So the lips lose that round shape. And in terms of what your tongue is doing, your tongue doesn't really need to move very much after the consonant, after the R, rate. So it's just mostly about what to do with your lips. Rate. So that round shape becoming flatter. How about an L word? Late. So, like I mentioned earlier, with L words, the tongue is most important. So when it comes to your lips, just start with your lips in a nice, neutral position, nice and normal. More importantly then, the tip of your tongue, the front of your tongue, should be against the teeth. L. Then, as we make the rest of the sound of the word, the tongue should move back. It should move away from the teeth as you start to pronounce the vowel. Lay. So if the tongue is here and our teeth are here, we move it back. Late. Nice and simple. So how about in the middle of a word? To do this, let's consider these two words, hearing and healing. Hearing, healing. Starting again with our R word, hearing. Your tongue should be pulled back in the mouth. Nice and simple. What do we do with our lips though? As we've said, lips most important when it comes to R words. So we're actually going to make the round shape as we move into the letter R here. Hearing, hearing. So as we move into the middle of the word, the lips become round. And importantly as well, we're going to lose that round shape again after we finish the R sound. So lips are quite flat, then they become round, then they become flatter again as we move into the end of the word. So hearing, hearing. So think about what you're doing with your lips. And when you need to make the R sound, they make a round shape, and generally when they're moving away from the R sound, they are becoming flatter, more neutral again. Moving on to our L word, healing. Of course, we can even hear it almost there. The tongue is most important. So again, you can kind of forget about your lips, leave them quite neutral, healing, healing. However, the tongue should move forward as you hit the L sound, heal, heal. And we're going to move it away again after the L sound, ling. So the best way to think about this, in my opinion, is to think about your tongue basically tapping the teeth. The tongue almost taps the teeth as it makes the L sound. So here's our tongue, here's our teeth, and here's the word healing. Healing, healing. So tap the teeth with the tongue, moving on and off again as we make the L sound. Healing. So that's in the middle of a word, and of course, to finish this off, we need to think about R and L at the end of words. So to do this, we're going to consider these two words, bitter and muddle. Bitter and muddle. At the end of words, these letters do behave a little bit differently actually, so we'll take a little extra time here to discuss that. As it says here, for both of these words, consonants are a bit more relaxed, especially with the R sound. Let's talk about that now. Starting with our word bitter. So as we get to the end of the words, as we get to the end of the word, the lips become slightly rounded, just slightly rounded at the end of the word. So not quite as round as our earlier words, rate, hearing. In this case, bitter, bitter. The mouth doesn't form a very round shape, but it does become slightly rounder from our flat position. Bitter, bitter. As you can almost probably hear there, the R is hardly pronounced here. The final syllable is actually more like an sound, bitter, especially for us British speakers of English, bitter. Imagine words like bitter, water, never, it's an sound, quite simple to make. You don't have to worry about making it an or sound. You don't have to make the lips so round. It is probably worth mentioning that for American speakers of English, that might be a bit different. You might hear American speakers saying bitter, So the lips do become rounder there, and you do hear more of an r sound, bitter. And of course, as a very small note, the middle of the word is different as well. Bitter, t for the British, bitter, d for the Americans. But generally, for both countries, the sound is more relaxed. You don't have to hit that R sound. You don't have to make the lips so round either. How about our L word, muddle? So what we're going to do with our tongue, the tongue comes forward and touches the top teeth, the back of your top teeth at the end of the word, muddle, muddle, muddle. And again, the lips remain quite neutral, so your lips are neutral, but the teeth will be quite close together by that last syllable, ma-dul. So my teeth become close together and my tongue touches the back of my top teeth, ma-dul. So it can be a bit subtler here with both of these words, both of these letters at the end of words. Most importantly though, think about practicing these words. Listen to native speakers when they say them, especially if you're listening to your teachers, watching English language TV or movies. Listen out for R words and L words, especially, again, these three different types, beginning, middle, and end of words. Practice it yourself. Stand in front of a mirror. Practice what to do with your lips. Think about how your tongue moves and making L words. As we say in English, practice makes perfect. And of course, when you need to make these sounds, when you need to use R and L words, just take your time. There's no rush. If you give yourself a little bit longer to say them, greater the chance that you'll say them perfectly. So, good luck with your practicing. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll say goodbye. Thank you everybody for watching. See you soon.